Yay! Thank you, Game Par, to the rescue. Awesome. Now we have a portal that is actually going to be where we want it to be and not having weird, goofy portals spawning all over the place anymore. Glowstone! I need it! Right now. Very important. Alright, I gotta pull myself up here. This is going to be very interesting. So, let's do this. And not anger the pigmen while we do it, because we don't want to do that. One moment. Yes. I just realized that. Okay, anyways. Oh boy. I just hit all of the wrong buttons simultaneously. See, this is why I don't like to be too deep into chat sometimes. Because of this nonsense of falling off of things. Now I have to re-pillar myself up, which is always fun. Love it when I have to re-pillar myself up. Always enjoyable. So, that's a very interesting conversation that's going on right now in chat. I love the way that GamePard just takes off. Suddenly he's just bye. And he's gone. Like, he doesn't give us a chance to say, like, goodbye, have a good night, or talk to you later. Nope, it's like, bye. And then he's gone. He just disappears. Highly amusing. I don't think anybody else on the server can accomplish that the way that he does. You can get this from the villager. I know, but I like mining it. Oh, he's throwing it at me. Thank you. I enjoy mining it. I do. I like to mine things the old-fashioned way and get stuff the old-fashioned way. No, I'm not that sick. So anyways, oh, hello. Just okay. That's different. Alright, nonchalant gas. I don't think I've ever actually seen that before. I don't know if that's a glitch or what, but, that was different. I don't know how I feel about different. These are used, I believe, for the ender crystals, which will be good in the future. Now. More quartz. Very important. Must have it. Ooh, even more quartz. Welcome to the greatest sound in Minecraft. Hey, look at that! More quartz, as if we didn't find enough of it already. Because, hey, why wouldn't we want quartz? Gimme that. It's mine. It's all mine. Okay, so I've been doing the quartz mining and netherrack mining thing for a while. And I'm done with that now, at least for the time being, but I have a thought about this portal. I don't just want a portal, like, sticking out here in the open, so I would rather use some of the blocks that I've been using to decorate the paths, and instead with, like, incorporating the nether quartz, do something that's kind of interesting and unique and a little bit different than just like a portal sticking out in the world, like one of those decorative portals, but have kind of like a storyline to it as well. So it'll be something that's a little bit unique and a little bit different than just a decorative portal, but something that actually has like a storyline. It fits into the storyline of our server, because we are actually working on a storyline. We're not just here building stuff, like we're actually trying to create something unique. So let me just grab all of these and make more quartz blocks, because I think the quartz is going to look really pretty and really interesting when I put it all together. Alrighty everybody, so this is the time-lapse portion of this video, and the reason why I did a time-lapse was because I was talking to Rockerbuck in the chat while I was building this, and I didn't mind talking to him at all. It was actually a lot of fun to have the conversation with him, but the talking meant that it was really hard for me to commentate and build and talk in chat at the same time. I just can't multitask that much. I mean, as we all know, I'm not that good at multitasking, but I'm really not that good at doing that kind of multitasking. So I felt it was just easier to show how busy I was and show me building without trying to juggle all of those things, because my commentary would have been absolutely horrible if I tried to multitask like that. So anyways, basically, there is a storyline to this Nether portal. It's supposed to be decorative, but it's also part of the storyline of the server itself, and the storyline is something that we're all conceptualizing and working on together. We've all got all kinds of different things going on, and there's different things that we're building that are all going to connect together. And this Nether portal in particular connects with the village that we've got over there and my medieval town, which other folks have actually started working on now, so it's not really my medieval town anymore, it's everybody's medieval town, especially because it's community spawned, so everybody uses it. Anyways, so we are, you know, merging this community portal and the story behind it with the story of the medieval town. And there are things that Silver is building that somehow or other we're going to conceptualize a storyline between the thing that he's building at his base, which I'm not going to spoil for you guys, and this medieval town and this portal and a whole bunch of other stuff. So basically, the ancestors of the inhabitants of this medieval town, they built ruins, or like built this big like shrine monument thing that went around this Nether portal, and over the course of time, which is thousands of years, this Nether portal, you know, the energy from it made the shrine crumble away, and it's turned into a pile of rocks. Oh, look, a pigman. So anyways, the Nether itself, the air from the Nether and the blocks from the Nether are leaking into the overworld, and they're taking over. And they're eating things, and they're eating the foliage and eating the ground and decaying stuff. That's why I keep putting around the coarse of dirt and the podzol, because I want to make it look like the grass is dead, or just basically like it's been charred or set on fire, but basically it's dead. And that's the whole idea here, to make it look like a really rough, uncomfortable, unsafe area. And you'll see how this evolves over time and how decorative I get with it. What you see at the end of this video regarding this portal is really not that impressive. Eventually, in future footage, I talk to Rockerbuck about different things to do with it, and he gives me a lot of advice about how to improve it. So many improvements have been made to the way this looks. But even this like early version of it, I'm really happy with. But anyways, so to continue on with the story, what eventually is going to happen is there's going to be like structures that are going to be around that the like tendrils or like branches of netherrack and obsidian and so on and so forth that are spewing out of this portal very slowly. They're slowly crawling out of the portal. They're going to be consuming these structures and basically like eating this hill that's behind the portal. It's very interesting what I have built, and I've never done a decorative portal like this before. Like, I generally don't do decorative portals, or I like decorate it a little bit, but not really. I've never like gone this deep with it. But in addition to that, I've never, like, made a storyline to go with it. Like, I like stories, and I write books, and you would think because I'm an author that I would immediately gravitate toward that in the game, but for some reason I don't. I'm not really sure why. And yes, I terraformed the heck out of this thing too, because I wanted it to look a specific way so that I could have it be not quite so Minecraft generated, but a little bit more of like me generated, but still have the whole concept. Because one big struggle that I found with this was getting it to, like, incorporating the hole. I didn't want to fill the hole in. Like, originally I'd considered doing that, but doing that was actually a bit of a undertaking, and was not something that I was particularly interested in doing. And it was something where I was going to have to get somebody's help, but when you do that, you have to communicate how do we want to put it together, how do we want to terraform it, and that starts to become a little bit of a pain. So, and that's with anybody. So basically, I just was like, you know what, let me make it actually be part of the thing. So basically, part of the reason why the ruins crumbled was also because the ground beneath it got eaten by the Nether completely. Like, big chunks of it got bitten out, and it is also why everything crumbled. So the ground basically crumbled, and the ruins crumbled, and then poof. And so this is quite the project for me. It has been so much fun to work on, though. Like, I'm really excited. I mean, at this point in the series, I'm actually in the middle of working on one of the structures that the Nether will be eating. I don't know how many structures I'm going to make that the Nether will be eating, but this, like, beautiful medieval town is not going to stay perfectly beautiful forever. There are going to be houses and things that are going to be over to the left that the Nether will actually be consuming, or trying to consume as well. So that's going to be happening. I'm curious what people will think about that. I think it will be very interesting. I had even considered building this tavern, which is something that you guys will see in the future. I have a tavern that I built, and that's all I'm going to tell you about it. And I considered making that and be like a tavern that you could stay at, but it was dangerous. But then I was like, that's kind of silly. I just felt like the whole thing was kind of, like, odd. Like, it was a little bit too much like a haunted house theme, and I was like, I don't like it. So I ended up not doing that. It's just a regular tavern. But it's not a regular tavern. Like, it took me forever to build the thing. Like, I mean, it literally took me like a week to build the thing, just because I would not work on it non-stop like I did with the spawn house. Which is kind of funny because the tavern really is just a bigger version of the spawn house, and I'm pretty sure I did some building videos, but I don't think I did that many. So, in any case, what I'm actually working on in the video right now is the ruins that will be going around the portal. And this gets adjusted quite a bit, and it gets added to quite a bit. Like, this does not stay the way that you see it at the end of this whole sped up clip. It actually changes dramatically over time. And it's one of those creative builds for me where I'm like taking off a block and putting on a block, or putting on a block and then removing it, or stepping back, liking that block, and then adding in a new one, and so on and so forth. And it's a very long process. Part of the reason why I do it that way is I'm not a perfectionist or anything of the sort. I studied art in college for about 8.5 years, so I have this like permanent attitude of add a thing, step back, walk up, add a thing, step back. Like, I will do that like 20, 30 times. In future footage of me working on this, you'll even see that. It's actually pretty hilarious because it's like I'm asking Rockerbuck for advice, but I'm also like doing the whole step back, add a block, step back, add a block. But his advice is fantastic. So that's that right there. And what I was hoping with the storyline too, to get back into the storyline a little bit, because I'm really proud of it, is Silver Platinum, with the thing that he built, it's also very ancient. Like, the inhabitants of this medieval town, their ancestors date back thousands of years. So they're ancient as well. If you, I guess that's, ancient is a very fussy word. It's very hard to determine what is considered ancient and what isn't. I'm just going to use it, and if I'm incorrect, then I'm incorrect. If I'm not incorrect, then yay. But in any case, with the thing that he's building, it's very ancient also, or ancient seeming. So I thought it would be really fun to have a connection between the inhabitants and the things that he's building, and perhaps there's either an ancestral connection, or maybe the people in the medieval town, they're part of like a more slightly modern lifestyle, and or like yeah, lifestyle, I guess, is like the right word. They're a little bit more technologically advanced, I would guess. Like, I'm thinking of like maybe 1800s technologically advanced, and they're trying to study the things that he built. Again, I don't want to say what he built because I don't want to spoil it for anybody, because I don't think his videos are completely up to date with the thing that he built, but I'm sure you can understand what I mean. So that's the point. So yeah, but he's got just this amazing thing, and it's really a lot of fun to take like these different ideas and these different stories and things and like blend them together. And he and I are still going to talk extensively about our builds and how we can connect them together and how they can be like part of a bigger story, and that still has to coexist with everything else that everyone else is doing on the server. Like on our Discord, you know, for people who are interested in joining the server, which we have a Reddit post, which I will put in the description so you guys can understand how to join the server or potentially join the server, because it's not like a thing where you apply and then you're in. We have to vet people. We have to like determine whether or not somebody really is fit to join the server. Alright everybody, so some odd number of days ago, I think it was, GamePar made a video where he used this AFK fish farm design, which is by DocM77, and he did a whole video, or whole portion in his video dedicated to how to build this, and I decided to put mine underground because I just feel like it's safer to have it underground than to have it above ground, because then I can AFK in peace, and not have to worry about anything attacking me. I quite like this design. I mean, I could do without the note block sound, and I'll probably shut off the note block sounds at some point if it starts to annoy me. But I really like this. I find this to be very easy to use, and it definitely has like a minor learning curve in terms of getting the buoy and the fish hook to stay on the pressure plate while clicking on the note block. But once I got that figured out, it was fine. This is really good for getting the Nautilus shells. It's really good for getting enchanted books. I mean, I tend to get enchanted books from other sources, but I do quite like this method also. I think it's a lot of fun. It's definitely different for me because I've never had a AFK fish farm before. I've never used one before. I've never designed one, so this is new for me. So it's also why I'm a little bit more open to it, because it's like, yeah, let's give that a try. It's definitely unique. I'm not going to build or do a tutorial on this because it's not my design. Instead, I will reference you in the description to DocM77's tutorial if he has one for this, because I think that's more appropriate because he's the one who came up with it, and I would rather you go check out his video than, you know, watch a tutorial for me, because I don't think I'd be able to really tutorial somebody else's fish farm as well as the person who designed it could. So yeah, we've got a fair amount of stuff there. I mean, it's not like amazing, but it's fair. I definitely have to have the note blocks turned off because I can't really deal with that noise. And I don't think you guys really want to listen to that either, but I'm going to do a whole lot of fishing, and I will see you guys in a little bit. Alrighty, everybody, so I've been at this for I think like a half an hour now, or a little bit more than that, and good God. Okay, um, ooh, hello. Hello, mending bow. Um, I don't think I can combine my two bows. I mean, I could give it a try, but I don't think you can put infinity and mending at the same time. Looting 3 is definitely going to go on my sword. Luck of the Sea, I think, is going to go on this fishing rod because that's fantastic. Oh, and food. I like food. Food's good. Food makes me very happy. We always love food. Food is like the best thing in the whole wide world. So, I don't like the curse of vanishing thing, but it is what it is. Too expensive. Okay. Well then, so I guess they're combinable, but it's too expensive. Fine. I see how it is. So we'll make a new bow. And we'll go like this, and we'll go like that, and that costs me... Oh, okay, why? I'm fine with that. Okay, that's still too expensive. Still also too expensive. I mean, I'm... Now I'm torn. Because I like my infinity bow, but I also like my mending bow. I like mending. Mending is nice. I don't like to lose my bows. So I'm not sure if I've actually showed you guys the skeleton farm, but this is the skeleton farm that Rockerbuck 73 built, and I'm quite happy with this farm because it makes the whole level getting thing much easier. So I've been at this for a little while getting the levels to actually do what it is that I want to do. Also, by the way, I apologize for the fact that my clips that I've recorded thus far tonight have been audio absent or been absent of audio. It's because AFK and audio and me do not get along very well, and I like to listen to music while I do AFK stuff. So that means that I have to have Minecraft audio turned off. And it's very interesting the way that I listen to music because I can't listen to it on my computer while playing the game. Otherwise, D3D Gear will record the music overlapping the video, and then I could get a copyright strike if I post that as is. So yeah, I mean, it's the game audio is silent anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But you guys get what I mean. Anyways, I'm basically just gonna sit here like this with the game paused, because the nice thing about servers is that everything keeps moving even though the game is paused, and eventually a whole bunch of these guys are gonna pop up, and then I am going to destroy them. That's basically what I've been doing for the past like hour. So yeah. So anyways, I'm gonna keep on with this, and I'll see you guys in a little bit. I'm trying to get to 33 levels. Oh, thank you. All because I wanted to do this bow combining and thing here. So, hello. Yes, I want you very much. I like infinity. Ooh, power 4. I like that a lot too. So I can make that into a power 5 bow, which is actually better than the current bow that I have right now. That only costs 5? Really? Oh. Oops. I don't have the iron to replace that at the moment. Oops. So, I don't have the iron to do that, actually. Alrighty, so we're back at it. Killing more of these guys. I've been at this for so long, you guys have no idea. It's a lot of fun and I really enjoy it. But it does take a toll on me at the same time. Also, look at all of the resources that we're accumulating here. I mean, this is like a special kind of ridiculous. I mean, it's fantastic, but it's also ridiculous. So, we're gonna have like bone blocks for days, and bows and arrows for days and days and days and years, and we have like an infinite supply. So this plus this. Oh, that's surprisingly cheap. Wow. Let's just try something. Okay, it doesn't make a difference. Or do those actually switch? I don't think those actually switched like I wanted them to. Hmm. Hang on here. I have an idea. Before I do that. Hang on, let me just get some more levels here. I have an idea. Because I really don't want to, waste bows. You know what I mean? I don't want to combine bows that, um, kind of can't be combined, if you get what I'm saying here. I'm very tired and it's very hard for me to commentate because it's late at night. And I have, to work very early in the morning tomorrow, so yeah. But, let me get this stupid shield out of my way, too. So I could make that an Unbreaking 4 bow, which would be really interesting and would definitely help me, I suppose. Or I could just kill these guys a lot. I don't think it's really possible to kill something a lot. Like, you can kill a lot of things, but I don't think you can kill something a lot. I don't think that's actually possible. You can enlighten me in the comment section and let me know if that is possible, because that would be very interesting. That is actually a thing that can be done. And put all the... I'll eventually combine those in the future. It's just I don't feel like doing it right now because I have other plans with my life in this game. Haha, you can't shoot me. You wish you could, but you can't. You don't have that power. So, I'm the one who's got the power. I have the power bows. So where's the... There it is. I keep getting, like, the chest confused. I don't know why the one up top is empty. But, whatever. Oh, hi, everyone. You guys were just kind of, like, there. By the way, don't ask me how this skeleton farm works because I honestly don't know. Like, I know, but me trying to explain it to you is going to be really complicated, and I don't know it well enough to feel comfortable explaining it. So, I don't tend to deal with mob farms very much. I farm passive mobs, but when it comes to hostile mobs, I don't tend to deal with that. So I have some ideas for mob farms in the future, but I don't want to spoil anything, so I'm not going to talk about it. But I'm also really not 100% sure what I want to do with these bows. I'm kind of trying to play around with the enchantments right now and see what I can get. And I don't know, maybe like trade them with somebody for something in the future, or just have like backup bows, because I like to have backup bows as well. But anyways, I want to thank you guys very much for watching. I'm going to keep going with this and kind of like fart around here and kill these guys and get myself leveled up and kind of play around with the whole enchanting thing. But thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And if you did, then feel free to subscribe, comment, and like if you want to see more. And in the next episode, I think what we do is actually going to be really interesting. I think you guys will really like it. So, anyways, thank you guys very much, and I will see you next time.